Did you ever watch Fairly Odd Parents with like the Crimson Chin? That's what I look like right now.
Of course.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to episode 11 of Game Changers. Woo!
Hello, hello.
Missed y'all. We took a little hiatus last week. There's just so much going on in both of our lives right now. That's why we're also not together right now. But pending soon. I know y'all definitely miss us together, but no one misses us together more than me because I miss my girl Sav more than anything. I saw her every single day during my season last year, and I saw her in the summer, and it's been like what? It's almost been like 3 weeks since we last saw each other.
It really has been a long time. It's probably been like 3 weeks since I've seen you.
It feels like 3 weeks going on 3 years. Like, let's be for real here.
Yeah,
it's terrible. But the only cool thing about that is that we still get to, talk about what we love, and we can still do it virtually.
Right here.
We got a fun episode today for y'all. Sav, you want
a lot of news to catch up on.
Let them know.
Let them know about the news, or let them know about where they can find us.
I mean, you could hit them with where they can find us, because they can find us on social media, but then I also got an ad read.
So let's hit it.
With the ad?
As you all know. No, I'm going to say where they can find us first.
I was going to say, you always do the other. All right, go.
We're switching it up. Bring it up for this next 10 episodes. Every 10 episodes, we'll switch it up. But anyways, if you're a Game Changers fan and you're not following us already on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on all of those, you can find us at Game Changers ETB across all networks. And make sure you subscribe to the Empty the Bench YouTube channel at youtube.com/ETB Network. That's where this will be when it premieres.
ETB Network. As I was saying before, it sucked that we can't not be together. Can't. Whoa, and whoa. We're starting early with the
Take a deep breath on that. Take a deep breath.
Get a sip skis of my Capri Sun.
Ugh, I miss the Capri Suns. I can't lie.
I'll double it next time I see you for sure.
Perfect.
Like I said, wicked grateful to have the opportunity to do this virtually, which, speaking of virtual, let me hit you with our ad. We get to do this lovely thing because of Game Changers, but also Empty the Bench. And Empty the Bench is wicked lucky to have Playback. So, presented by Playback.
Woo.
Watching sports is more fun with others, but we spend too much of our time watching alone. Playback is a virtual space where communities can stream live sports together with everyone perfectly synced up. Creators can hop on stage, deliver their own play-by-play analysts and commentary, and invite viewers up for a Q&A. Playback makes watching sports fully interactive and a social experience. From playing fantasy sports, repping your favorite players and teams, and watching with the commentators and communities you care about, win or lose, sports are best enjoyed together. Join our community by going to playback.tv/ETB Network to find out more, including our live stream schedule. Sav actually just did a live stream and it was pretty tough. And we're going to do our own live stream soon. We have to find a schedule that works for the both of us, which is honestly harder than it seems because my job.
Kelsey's just so busy. You're so busy. I'm the one who's like always around. You're the one who's busy.
Okay, little miss. I gotta go to Michigan.
I'm in Michigan for a reason. I don't just go on trips for fun.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just salty because I didn't get the invite because I actually fucking love Jordan and it's her birthday. And Sav's birthday was last week.
It'll be Jordan's birthday. It was my birthday last week.
Big 2-5?
Big
2-5, not the little one. Halfway to 50, babes. How do you feel?
Old.
Yeah, you feel it in the joints.
Listen, I feel like I need to share with everybody what it took for me to get to Michigan today. So, I don't know how many people out in the world know this, but when you rent a car, you have to be 25. I just turned 25, as we just talked about. And so, I flew into Michigan, and then from the airport, I had to drive like 2.5 hours to where my girlfriend Jordan lives. And I was promised a Toyota Corolla, and I did not get a Toyota Corolla. I got a Ram truck, like a pickup truck.
Savvy whipping in the truck.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there like this. I'm like like this because I have to be so close to the wheel because I'm this tiny person, so I can't touch the pedals unless I'm close. So I'm like trying to go like this, see over the dashboard. It was not pretty, but we made it, and we're here. But apologies in advance also for any connection issues we may have today.
You're so forgiven.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right,
Thanks.
enough yapping. Shall we talk about the news? We've got a lot of news.
We're going to rip through this news, give you guys a saucy, good episode for obvious reasons because it's been a minute, but also just because Sab has had a wicked long day, and so have I, and we're going to get her done.
Well, we've got a lot to talk about because we go so far back that the Paralympics came and went. That's how long it's been since we've recorded.
Yeah. Also, let me just say, I was manifesting it last episode about the Woodhalls, and Tara's husband took gold, and now they're that fucking couple. They are that couple. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Proceed with
it was crazy to watch. Anyways. All right, we got some news here.
All right, you want me to go first?
Yeah, rip it.
You know how I am with names. News.
You can do it.
Christie Raleigh. Oh, so you don't fucking know either.
That's what I'm saying. I told you I don't know.
Crosby breaks the world record in the women's 50-meter freestyle S9 at the Paris Paralympics in their debut. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
She said, "Let me just
swimming
go,
happened.
And let me just break the record, and let me just carry on."
Yeah.
What is that? Is that your dance?
That was my swim.
Do you know how to swim IRL?
I have a pool. Of course I know how to swim.
They make kiddie pools that are like 3 feet tall. You could just be.
It's not a kiddie pool.
All right. Anyway,
you know how to swim?
I do. When I was younger, my mom told me that I was like a little fish because I swam so much.
That's what my parents told me.
They were just like, "You're like a little fish." I think they were just like, go, just get tired so we don't have to deal with you later. Let the ADHD zoomies out. I have to start going to the gym now. A lot of people in my family
thought I was going to be a swimmer.
Really? You're too short to be a swimmer now.
Yeah, but then I wasn't. Okay, whoa.
No, that's because I was told the same thing. And I'm like an inch or two taller than you.
I didn't know that that's a thing. You can be too short to be a swimmer?
I think typically swimmers are really like long and lanky and they're like fucking ripped. Not me.
Ripped.
Not me. I'd be going to the gym every single day. Yeah, because I need to lose weight and also because I need to let my zoomies out before I go to bed. Next. Sarah Adam is the first woman on Team USA wheelchair rugby.
Which is impressive in and of its own. But wheelchair rugby, have you ever watched?
No, I can't say I have. I'm not going to lie.
Okay, well, they play it on, like, the basketball court at the Olympics. It's played on the basketball court. And they other than that, it's regular rugby, where they score tries and stuff with the ball. But it's physical. People are getting bodied left and right.
I'm assuming they have to be strapped into the wheelchair, right? So that they don't, like, fall.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but, like, their wheels fall off. They lose the ball.
Lying. Do they have, like, a pit crew to help if a wheel falls off? No way!
Yeah.
That's tough. Tough with a couple F's.
So shout out to Sarah Adam for being the first woman on Team USA wheelchair rugby.
An absolute baddie. Jessica Long wins 30th Paralympic medal in the women's 400 freestyle.
Jessica Long is an incredible human and an incredible athlete.
Medal. 30.
Yeah, she's been in the Paralympics. Yeah, she's been in the Paralympics since she was 12 years old. That was Athens, I believe.
You know what I was doing when
So
I was
2004. What were you doing?
probably picking my nose and eating it. If I'm gonna be so DA.
Okay. Well, Jessica Long is an incredible person, an incredible athlete.
Moving on from
Shameless
that,
plug.
Jessica Long is so great, and she doesn't pick her nose and eat it.
Probably
I don't
not.
either. I'm just saying I probably did at that point.
Understood. Well, shameless plug, I did a story on her a couple years ago, around the Tokyo Paralympics.
Mm-hmm.
And what an incredible human. But she's straight to the point. When I interviewed her, she was like, I only have 15 minutes. And it was 15 minutes. And she answered all my questions. She was a great person. But the coolest thing about her, I think, is just like her journey. So if you don't know anything about Jessica Long, she was adopted from Russia and is a bilateral amputee. So she was missing her legs from the knee down. And yeah, she just like tears it up as a swimmer. And she's good, and she wins medals, and she's a cool person. That's all you need to know.
You see the person that had no arms or legs swim?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Paralympics. I think the Paralympics is great for a lot of reasons, but they go hard. But the best thing about them, I think, is the fact that these athletes and these people with different bodily abilities and other issues, like they get the chance to perform and they get the chance to have their moment. And it's just like really beautiful. Like every time I'm very moved when I watch the Paralympics.
Yeah, I am too. I'm always just like, wow, I can't be saying shit. Because dead ass no.
Sometimes it's like, yeah, sometimes it's like, oh, my life is so tough, but it's also like, in retrospect, like I have all four of my limbs. Like, I'm okay.
Yeah, you're right. You're so right.
Put some perspective into it. Sorry, I have an arm itch.
Noelle Malkamaki.
Yeah, I would say Malkamaki.
Malkamaki. Yeah, that makes sense. Wins gold in shot put. Word.
Mm-hmm. I don't know much about her, but what I do know is that she is actually like she knows a person that I know. So we're kind of in the same circle.
You're best friends then?
Yeah, we kind of like go way back.
I understand that. That's legit. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Megan Rapinoe has jersey.
Rapinoe. You always say Rapone. Like you've said Rapone every single time we talk about her.
I don't know why. It's just like in my head that's what it is, but it's Rapinoe. And I know it's Rapinoe. I don't know why. Megan Rapinoe has jersey number. Well, that jersey number has retired by Seattle Reign FC.
Yeah. Which I think is a fitting end to her career as a professional soccer player. She deserves it. A lot of times people will throw around like, oh, they don't need it. They like what qualifies an athlete to a certain point of getting their jersey retired. But I think Rapinoe's done it on the ice. On the ice.
On the ice.
I'm getting my sports mixed up. On the soccer field and like through her social justice and how she is never scared to step up to the plate and advocate and fight for people who need it. So good for her. Happy for her. And I believe she's one of the first jersey retired of their club, but might have to fact check that.
I think she is too. I actually think I saw something about that.
I don't know if she's the first in NWSL. She's probably not the first, but I think she is the first for Seattle. Gotcha. She played there her whole career, basically.
Yeah, you're right. Brittney Griner is the third WN player ever to reach 800, not 80, 800 blocks.
She's up there.
She said,
Brittney
bow.
Griner, she's all the way up here.
Bow.
She's
boom. Good job.
Get that out of here.
Get that
and so now that she true. Now that she is the third ever, the other two are Lisa Leslie and Margot Didek. So two really tall people as well. Must come with the territory. Couldn't be Kelsey or I.
I was just say, what's it like to be tall? Asking for
wouldn't know.
I would say a friend, but you're my friend and you're also short, so maybe you are asking. So asking for a friend, what it's like to be tall.
Let us know.
Please let us know. You want to jump into this one? Because
Yeah, a little tennis news.
I was gonna say you do be fucking with tennis.
I do be. You're right. So here's the thing. I didn't really watch the U.S. Open this year. I don't know why. I just wasn't into it this year for whatever reason. But it was cool to see like Naomi Osaka come back and compete. Not that she hadn't been competing, but her outfits, it was nice. Anyways, Aryna Sabalenka won the U.S. Open over Jessica Pegula, who kind of burst onto the scene like relatively recently. So shout outs to both of them for making it that far and winning, and to Sabalenka for winning the major. But I mean, I can't really speak much on it just because I didn't watch a lot of it, but it's important news, and it's, it's a big deal to win the U.S. Open.
That it is. I just had a really stupid moment.
Oh God, what was it? Let's hear it.
I read down, and I'll just go down to this one, then you can bounce back up to the other news. It says news: Sue Bird gets a street named after her in Seattle, but my brain read it as Sue Bird gets a street name after her win in Seattle. So I was like, damn, what they call her? What's her street name? But it says a street named after her in Seattle.
Yes. Which, her and Pino are the Seattle power couple. One gets their jersey retired and the other gets a street named after her. But, I don't think we need to go on and on about Sue Bird's accomplishments and accolades because she's the best.
We'd be here all night.
We would be here all night. Correct. But that's still cool. Not many people can say they have a street named after them.
Yeah. All right, do you want to bounce back to that one that I just missed by accident?
Oh, yeah. Now we got to talk about our girl, A'ja Wilson. So, again, our rundown is a little bit, our rundown in our news is a little bit outdated because we haven't recorded in a while due to scheduling conflicts and things like that. But she dropped 42 points in a game against Dallas a couple weeks ago, and that was the most by any WNBA player this season at that time. And she has also, like, recently, like as of yesterday, broken the record for the most points in a WNBA regular season. So we're witnessing greatness.
Beast mode for real.
Mm-hmm. Witnessing greatness.
Here's a fun one. News: Orlando Pride has not lost a game in 323 days and counting.
That's a crazy win streak.
Longest unbeaten streak in NWSL history.
Yeah.
Could you imagine to just go a full year?
No. No.
Be like,
it's hard. It doesn't happen.
Yeah. That is crazy. That is crazy.
And then last, but certainly not least, this news broke this week, and it was a little devastating for a couple people, myself included, just because
this one hurt.
Want to see her. You don't want to see players get hurt or anything. But Angel Reese is out for the season. She has a wrist injury. She just had surgery, so expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks or 6 to 8 weeks.
That just hurts the soul, man. Like, she's just a dog. You can't teach that.
I'm just a dog. You can't teach that.
Like, come on.
Top 10 line. Nah, she was having such a good rookie season. I mean, her records and everything speak for themselves, but you never want to see somebody go down with an injury, but she seems to, be relatively okay about it and is determined to come back stronger. I have a question for you about this. How do you think this affects potential rookie of the year finishing, because she can't finish up the season?
To be honest, I wanted her to get it over Caitlin.
Yeah. That's fair.
But now I feel like with Caitlin, and we're gonna jump into Caitlin's, she's steamrolling right now. We're gonna get to that next. But I wanted it to be Angel over Caitlin, but I think with Angel out now, that gives more opportunity and more time for Caitlin to just pop even that much more. So I have a feeling that I wouldn't be surprised if they just kind of out of sight, out of mind. You know? Because people always like to look at the end of the seasons. They always like to look at like how you finish. Like, oh, what'd you do? What'd you do? Like, they don't often go back to the beginning, and it's unfortunate that Angel's going to be falling short in that aspect.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of it, they're going to finish 1 and 2 anyways. It's just a matter of who's number 1 and who's number 2.
Correct.
All right. News done. Not you yawning. We still got stuff to get through.
I know. When I tell you I haven't slept, like I'm lucky if I'm getting like 4 or 5 hours.
What's wrong? Why aren't you sleeping?
I haven't slept in so long. It's ridiculous. I started crying.
Are you stressed?
I'm so stressed, but I was on duty the other night for my job, which means I had the overnight, and then I have the overnight this weekend too, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I had it That's Monday, crazy. And then I had it this past Monday, and then I have it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I get this Monday, quote unquote, off of duty because I was just on for like 3 days straight.
8 days.
No, literally. It's just like I don't really let myself cry. Like everyone knows I cried OD in March, and then I let myself cry again in July when something happened, and then I haven't cried since July. And a tear came out the other night on duty, but I work around kids.
A singular tear.
Well, because I felt it coming, and I work around kids, and I immediately had to just swallow it, and I literally walked around where I was doing duty and just pushed it through because I don't want them to be like, oh, Miss Coach Kelsey, like, what's going on? Like, why aren't you good? So yeah, I'm just trying to lock for this weekend. It's going to be really long on top of my job. But
you can do it. If anybody can do it, it's you.
Oh, that means a lot coming from you, Sav.
Of course. I'm your biggest fan.
Bud.
You and me for life.
You, my ride or die for real.
For real. But now, we just talked about Angel Reese, and we just talked about Caitlin Clark, and now we're going to talk about Caitlin Clark again.
Yep. Got too much to say.
Okay. So, a couple weeks ago, The Athletic did a story discussing all of Caitlin Clark's record breaking, which includes but isn't limited to having the single game assists in a game. First rookie triple-double, first rookie to record 400 points, 100 rebounds, and 150 assists in a season. Total assists for a rookie. All-star assists, rookie single game three-pointers, turnovers because she had 10 in her debut, and total made 3-pointers. So when you kind of just like take a step back and listen to what I just said, that's almost all statistical categories. Essentially almost all statistical categories.
Literally.
That she's broken records in. So the first thing I kind of want to dive into about it all is like, have we ever seen this from a rookie in any sport? I mean, probably in other sports there's comparisons, but in the W specifically, I don't think so. I think she's just like one of one.
This is something that just like popped into my head too. It's like, have we ever seen this before? I really haven't. However, sorry, there is a spider above my head, and I am freaking the frick out. Every time I look up, I'm like, oh my God, it's still there.
Well, don't look up.
But what if it falls on my head?
It won't.
Then I have to shave it. I don't think we have seen someone like her do what she is doing. However, if things are treading in the way that they seem to be treading, in terms of who I think will be able to do that, I think our UConn baddie Paige. I think
Paige will come in and tear it up, but I would argue that. Sorry, it's because of the connection that everything's delayed.
You would argue what?
I think when Juju gets to the league, or even honestly, I'd throw Flo J into it.
Ooh,
If she decides to go to the W.
Yeah. I think
She's
will,
a dog, Flo J.
I'm a dog. You can't teach that.
It's that LSU mentality.
LSU mentality is ridiculous.
Yeah. And I mean, like, Paige is good, and Paige will do great in the league. I think it'll depend on who wins the draft and who gets to pick first overall. Because there's also I feel like there's also a world where Paige doesn't go first overall.
You don't think so?
I think it depends on who wins the draft. If the team needs somebody like a Caitlin Clark, then yeah. But like when you really think about what Paige is really good at, to me, Paige is really good at setting up her teammates. She's really good at shooting.
I was gonna say she's a three. She's a 3 shooter, and she is a selfish teammate.
Yeah, but exactly. And if a team needs defense or they need height or they need whatever, Paige isn't really, not that Paige is like bad at defense, but like Paige is just not that person for them. Paige is definitely a forward in all senses of the word and plays offense way better. Not that her defense is bad, but her offense is what stands out the most. But anyways, they're very similar players, which is exciting because that means the future is coming up, because you know why? Because everybody watches women's sports.
I have that shirt too, and right before we jumped on, I go, Sab, should I get that shirt? I literally have it in my closet hanging up right now. Like, should I go grab it? And she was like, I mean, if you want a twin, we can. I am so cozy right now, guys.
You look cozy. You look like you can fall asleep. I feel the same way.
Couldn't bring myself to get up. I know, we're chugging through this episode.
We gotta get it done, and we're getting it done.
I have the cream. Did you ever watch Fairly Odd Parents with like the crimson chin? That's what I look like right now.
Of course. I'm not
gonna sit here and tell me I'm wrong?
You're gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong?
Came down in a bubble jug.
Her sister
was a witch.
The Wicked Witch of the East, bro. Come on.
Oh, grow up. Grow up.
That's such a good video.
That's so good.
All right. Anyways, what other records do you think Caitlin Clark could break this season? Even though the season's winding down, the playoffs are coming, but
I mean, fucking what records are left?
That's a good point.
Like, she hit the big ones. Like, I'm being serious. Like,
no, you're right.
Oh, 1,000 points.
Yeah, she could hit 1,000. That'd be exciting to see.
What's she at right now? Does anyone know what she's at right now?
I could look.
If she's anywhere in the 8s, she's got it. Right?
Yeah. I mean, it'll depend on how many games they continue playing.
Oh, they're going far, though.
You think they're going to go all the way in the playoffs?
I don't think they're going to go all the way, but they're going to go far.
Caitlin Clark is 6 feet tall. She doesn't look 6 feet tall.
Who's 6 feet tall? CC?
Yeah.
No.
6 foot flat.
You say
That's
6 foot 5?
She has 700. No, she's 6 foot flat. 6 foot 0 inches.
I was going to say, bro, no. She's like 5'10".
Anyway, she has up 708 points. Like, and also look at her little picture. Cheesing.
Big cheese.
And so yeah, 1,000 points I think is doable, but maybe not. I think it really will depend how far they go. What do you think?
So my
she improves on? Sorry, you go.
No, you're good. What do you think that she's improved
I was just gonna
on?
say, like, for next season, how does she improve on? No, how does she improve from year 1 to year 2? What changes in her game? What things will we see? What do you think?
I think she'll go into it hopefully. I think she needs to, like, it needs to be more, like, she's got to play more with poise and more in control. I feel like she's doing that, but at the same time, you can tell it's very much so, like, It's my first day out here. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just my opinion. I'd probably get crucified for this, but fuck it.
You're allowed. Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of her year 2 for Caitlin Clark will depend on. I think we have a lot that still needs to be seen in terms of how, like the postseason plays out and shakes out and things like that. But also like who Indiana drafts and how they kind of leverage that, because you have to build around her, obviously, and they've already done a good job of kind of tooling players in specific areas. So it'll be interesting to see if they can draft somebody who kind of fills whatever gap is left. And then they'd be a real contender.
I hear you.
And then looking long term, do you think she'll stay in Indiana Fever for all of her years? Like Maya Moore. Except Maya Moore was with Minnesota, but you get the analogy.
I think she will. I think she's going to be there for a hot minute at least.
Yeah. In the WNBA, you don't really see people jumping ship as much to join like teams that are really good to like try to win a playoff or try to win a championship.
I hope this isn't loud.
And it'd be, I think, it's always, I think there's something to be said for a player who wants to, play with the same team their whole career.
Mm-hmm. Loyal as shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I hear. This next part, are we ready for it?
We'll give talk about my girl.
Yeah, we'll give like the next 10 minutes for this.
To talk about my girl who I'm so sad about.
When I tell you I got this notification, and it wasn't even a like, I mean, obviously it was a holy shit, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. It was like, oh, Sav, is Sav okay? I texted you, I said, bro, are you good? You said, I am grieving the loss.
I said, do not speak to me.
Yeah, she was like, I need to go for a walk, truly. Like, I felt so bad.
So if you haven't heard,
retirement from professional soccer at the age of 35. I mean, I feel like it's important that we give a round of applause. What were you saying?
Like, part of me is like so upset about it because like I grew up watching Alex Morgan and she was like my favorite player. Yeah, she was my favorite player for a long time. But I knew after her performance at the World Cup, I was like, she doesn't have a lot left. Like, and then she didn't get named to the Olympic roster, and it's kind of like, ooh.
We were talking about this when we did when we heard the roster. Remember when we brought this up? We were like, how much gas do you think is still in her tank? And I was like, I don't think that much.
Yeah, and I mean, I thought that just purely based on her performance in the last 2 years, like, she didn't deserve a roster spot. And obviously, we know how all the roster spots and things turned out without her on it. But I don't know. I saw the video and I was just like, damn, like truly the end of an era. I can't, in my mind, in my lifetime, in the sports that I watch and the things I'm a fan of, I cannot picture an athlete who is truly 100% with full confidence leaving a game better than when they found it. Like Alex Morgan.
Oh, I stand by that statement with you. I am not even a soccer person. Like it's notoriously been, I'm hockey, I'm lacrosse, I'm football, I am all that jazz. And Sav has been, I'm gymnastics, and Sav was the soccer girly. And like, I knew enough about it though to know that she ran that shit for a long time. Wait, how old is Megan Rapinoe?
They're probably around the same age, if I had to guess.
She next?
Megan Rapinoe is already retired.
Why did I not know that? I don't feel like she actually
she retired like 2 years ago. Yes, she is.
I think that's fake news.
Rapinoe's gone. No, but this the shirt that I keep bringing up, this is from Alex Morgan's brand that she co-founded called Together. It's spelled Together, but there's an X where the E is, and the second E in Together at the end. That was a long way to say it, but she has said that, she finds that, her next venture is going to be investing in women's sports and seeing the grow, because she is the partially the reason for, the NWSL for exploding and campaigning for equal rights and equal pay and stuff like that. She's been part of all of it. So exciting to see where it goes. And drumroll, she's pregnant.
When I didn't know that she was pregnant until you just wrote this in the bottom of the thing, and now I'm just like, holy crap! Like, how did I gotta try and pull that up. How did I miss that?
Yeah, she's pregnant. She announced it in her video. That's also
did?
part of the reason of retiring.
She just said, "I'm preggers."
Mm-hmm.
So she played her last game pregnant.
Yeah, that's why she only played for 13 minutes. Well, she played for 13 minutes because her number is 13, but it's not really safe to play a sport when you're pregnant.
Correct. Did they? I mean, they had to have known that she was pregnant.
I'm sure
she announced it.
But it was crazy to me. I thought it was a little crazy because usually when players announce their retirement, like they finish out the season and they go from there. But
she said, "No, I'm putting it by 2 weeks."
Yeah, it was very abrupt. She was like basically put in. It was like her 1 week.
Yeah, she said, "I'm putting in my 1 week."
She announced it on Monday and then retired on. Yeah, she
announced
it on like Monday and retired on the following Sunday.
Yeah. She said, "Y'all are gonna get about another week of me." So, because here's a question for you. Because I mean, and I've seen this happen with people before, because she retired so abruptly, do you think someone kind of forced her out?
No.
Because you gotta think of it as if it was a job. There's pecking orders and ranking and pay too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that had
I still don't think that's it.
Okay, I hope you're right.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I just think, it was time. She, like, if you truly look at her, like, last 2 years, her performance has not been at her peak by any means. And, like, it's probably really tough to have this realization of, like, I'm a really good soccer player and I've been really good for so long and
but I'm having a family
I'm declining.
now.
Yeah, well, I have a family, I do all these other things, but also, like, my athletic performance on the field is declining. Like, I'm not performing as well as I did a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And at some point, I think you just have to make a decision and, do it for you and kind of do it on your terms, but also, like, the San Diego Wave are a good team, and, there's potential that maybe she was holding the back and she realized, and,
What number kid is
it's all speculation. But, she did so much and she inspired so many children, young girls, to play soccer, myself included. We all had pink pre-rep headbands, all of us, because we all wanted to be like Alex Morgan.
Who doesn't? I still want to be. What number kid is this for her?
Her second. So she has a daughter. Her name is Charlie, and she's 4. And she's an icon. We love Charlie in this house.
In this house in Minnesota.
In this house. But I'm happy for her. And like I said, truly leaving the game better than when she found it.
Yeah, I think I'm actually, it's definitely, when you think bittersweet moments, like this is one of them, because like just absolutely did such, like, not to compare it like this because this is a woman's sports, but I'm going to compare it in for those that don't understand how big of a big deal this is. Like, she is the Tom Brady in football. She is that in soccer.
Mm-hmm. Like, she was that, yeah.
Like obviously it's just so fucking good, but then talk about doing more with the sport. And I'm sad to see her step down, but like low-key excited because I know she's about to fuck some shit up in the best way possible for women's sports.
Yeah.
And she's gonna put her money and all of her effort into that, and I'm excited. I am.
Me too.
Overdue.
We'll have to see. Yeah.
And like so selfless of her to be like, oh,
cool stuff.
Yeah. So selfless of her though too to be like, I'm gonna take one for the team and retire and make it better.
Not taking one for the team.
Yeah.
Ugh, it sucks, but such is life, I suppose. We all have to retire at some point. Can't be good forever.
Ready to retire now.
Yeah, retire to bed.
Yeah. No, literally. You got anything else for the good of the group?
I think I've said my piece. I've shared my news, and I've talked about my things. Make sure you listen to Game Changers and watch it on YouTube, however you prefer to get your podcast, whether by watching or listening. Follow us on social media, Game Changers ETB. Hopefully Kelsey and I will be back together soon, but until then,
I was gonna say, sorry we're so EP, guys.
Being in little boxes.
We're gonna take a. I mean, I don't do caffeine or anything, but I'll take a nap beforehand. And I'll make sure Sav takes some pre-workout
we'll be
before
juiced.
before our next time we're together, and we'll get you guys going.
Look.
Oh wait, go back. Bro, I'm never gonna be able to shake my gay allegations when I do shit like that.
It's all right. You just gotta be you.
I just love the homies so much.
And who doesn't love the homies?
I know. Sav, this was, though I'm so tired, like the best part of my day.
Oh, I appreciate that. This is the best part of my day.
That's a lie. Good. Don't say that. I know for damn sure the best part of your day was seeing Jordan. So
she's right here.
Yeah, she's probably like
smiling at me.
No, it was definitely seeing me, bitch.
Yeah. No, she's alright. My best part of my day was seeing Kelsey. How do you feel about that?
I understand.
She said, I understand.
Oh, she's a real one. Tell Jay my best part of the day was hearing that.
Oh, she said the best part of her day was hearing that.
Good.
She's got the cutest little giggle, dude.
I know, she's cute. What can I say? I know how to pick them.
You finessed.
Yeah, I rizzed her up.
You rizzed her up? You slid into the DMs?
Mm-hmm.
It goes down in the DMs?
No, I didn't slide into her DMs. Please, I'm classy.
You slid into her snap?
Could you imagine? We went to school together. Yeah, I knew her in person before.
Sliding in the snap. As 23-year-olds, I need the men in my life to not be sliding in my snaps.
Yeah. It's all about Instagram now. Just, send me a little Instagram message.
Not even. I don't even entertain. If I really mess with you, I'll give you my number at this point, which is why I literally only talk to like 2 dudes. Not even. I think my brother, my dad, like, people are...
Keep that roster short, baby.
I'm not trying to put myself on blast right now because I know some people will probably watch this, so I'm just... my brother and my dad.
And we'll end it at that. Thanks for watching Game Changers and listening. We'll
appreciate see you y'all. If you want to look and watch Sav and I, we're going to do an exit promo. I'll just save all that jazz for later. And hit us with the music.